Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel. Well, I've been asked once or twice, right, not much, right, once or twice, sort of like, what sort of like battery do you recommend, or what this do you recommend, or what that do you recommend? Well, there's so many choices, you know what I mean? Right, for signals and stuff, I usually say Crossfire, right, but I've been asked what charger do I use, what battery charger. Now, for years I was using, well, I used one of them a long time ago, the iMax 6 Summit or Rubber, whatever it is. But about 7 or 8 years ago, I started using the Thunder Power charger. And I don't usually make a video like this, but I was asked what charger I'm using. Well, as it happens, just 2 months ago I got myself a new charger. And it's pretty damn good, actually. I'm quite happy with it. And the guy who asked us, oh, what was his bloody name? If I remember, I'll put his name up. It was an email, and there was a couple of back and forths, and he was a new pilot, only been, well, he said it was a new pilot, he started flying last year, and he wanted to buy a better charger. He'd got one of them little ones that charge like one battery at a time. I think it was the ISDT charger, which is a good charger, but you can only charge up one battery at a time. And he wanted something that he can charge up more batteries and stuff like that. Well, as it happens, a couple of months ago, I got myself this new charger, and I was telling him about it, and he asked me to do a quick video. So if you're interested, this is just going to be showing you the charger, what it does, things like that. And really, it's just for, what's the guy's bloody name? It's really just for him. But if you're interested, it's a good charger, and I'll leave a link in the description. But here we go then, real BT. Well, here we are then. The Q200 SkyRC. Let you have a quick look at the box. Right, I'm not going to talk you through it. You can pause the video and read that yourself. And there's the other side. Once again, just pause the video and do it yourself. And sorry, there's your bottom part. As you can see, 4 ports, but you'll see that in a minute. Okay, enough of the box. Enough of the bloody box. I keep my chargers in a hard case. I always have. I always will. That's the way I like them. Right, let's just zoom in a little bit. Oh, well, actually, before we zoom in, might as well tell you what you get in the box. This balance board for XT60s you do not get, and the balance board for the XT30s you do not get. Alright, I'll go through that again in a minute. Alright, everything else you see you basically get, except for this extension here. Whoops, getting my cables all mixed up, twisted round. I put an extension cable on this side. You do get, I haven't got them to hand, you do get quite a lot actually. You get cables for your XT60s, you get cables for your Deans, you get your JSTs, you get extra cable, you get a lot of cables in the box, right? I put extensions on going back to these parallel boards so I can plug in my parallel charging boards and have them right out the road in my safety box for when I'm charging them. Okay, right, I'll just move some of these cables out the road so we can see better. Got a bit of a mess in here. Alright, so how have I got it set up? First of all, I'll plug it in and show you some of the features. But you get 4 charging ports, right? Each one is set to 50 watts. However, the good thing is you can change them about. You can change the wattage. For argument's sake, I could reduce one down to, let's just say 10 watts and make the other side 90 watts. Alright? But I found leaving them at all at 50 watts, right, my charging don't take long at all. I mean, I've parallel charged, right, 4, right, 1500 6S LiPos, right, It took about, I don't know, 35-40 minutes, right? And at the same time I was parallel charging some 4S, right, 650 lipos, right, and on a different port, and took exactly the same amount of time, took no time at all. So I would just leave everything on 50 watt, but you can, if you want to, as I said, increase, say you wanted to increase this to 70 watts or 80 watts or whatever, you can change them around. You do get these little balance boards that come with to connect up and everything, and all basically everything you're seeing, apart from I've put an extension on, but you get the slightly smaller ones. So what am I doing with it? We'll plug it in and I'll show you first of all, because no point talking about something without turning it on, is there? Alright, now what I do like, it's actually turned on now at the wall. Get out the road. Alright, it has a switch at the back. Oh, the power supply, it's AC DC obviously, but it also has a power supply for a battery. So in theory you could take this to the field and have a wonking great big battery, plug it in the back and power it that way. So it is portable, but I won't be doing that, not with something like this. Right, you have a little power switch. Now listen to the fan, because this will be the only time you hear it. Now I don't know if you did hear the fan powering up then, but you never really hear. I think I've only heard the fan once when I've been charging. Now it's not broken, it's just a case of it's so good at dissipating heat, the fan don't come on hardly ever. It doesn't need the fan. Alright, this is just a safety feature that comes up like a warning, alright. And you can't do anything until basically, well, it's up to you if you read it, but until you press the enter key. Alright, on this side, I'll zoom in a minute and show you some of the features. On this side, I simply just leave plugged in for my goggle battery. I just leave that plugged in constantly just for my goggle battery, and I charge up my goggle batteries on there all the time and nothing else. Alright, okay, let's just zoom in and show you one or two of the features. We're a bit offset there, let me just adjust the camera a bit. Should have got this lined up first of all. That's better. There, hopefully you can see that. Right, we'll go through the buttons real quick and simply. First button here selects which port you're going to be using, your A, B, C or D. I have wrote these extra letters on, alright, because it does say A, B, C and D, but my eyesight couldn't bloody see them and I kept getting mixed up, so I've just wrote on it A, B, C and D in permanent marker. But you go through, alright, that's your stop button. Alright, speaks for itself, that's stop. So at any time if you've got a problem you just press stop. Alright, these two buttons here are for your up and down and basically for changing stuff. Now if I go for argument's sake to C, hopefully that'll be shot a bit clearer than the top one, and using the up and down arrows you can change. At the moment it's on lithium ion because I always leave C on lithium ion, but if I go back to, there you go, it starts at lipo and then you got your life, your lithium ion, your high voltage, your nickel metal high, your nickel cad and your PB. Now if you don't know what the PB is, that's like, for argument's sake, like a car battery type thing. Alright, battery meter, you'll probably never use that actually. All the battery meter is like a lipo checker. Here, if I've got a bloody I haven't got a battery to, yeah I have. I've got an old battery here. I'll just plug in this old battery, and it is old, so the cells will be out. I just keep this one near my bench just to test stuff. I just plug that in and then hit start for the battery meter. it just gives you the voltage 3.3, 3.5, 3.1. You see it's pretty knackered up. This is a really old battery. Alright, and then stop. What I will do is I'll go to the next menu while the battery's still plugged in. Battery resistance. This is a great feature. Alright, it shows you the ohms. Press check, press start, and then it'll check. Now, whoa! I told you it was an old battery. 109. Right, four cells, 109. Now, between 0 and 5, it's a brand new battery. Between say 5 and, shall we say, 15, it's okay. It's fine. Don't have to worry about it. Between 15 and say 25, it's really on its way out. Right, it's really getting knackered up. Between 20 and say 35, it's just about had it. You're not going to get much flight time. Anything above that, it's had it. It's dead. It's really crap. And look at that, 109. But as I says to you, all I use this battery for is basically if I need to check a flight control board or something like that. I would never go fly with this, not in a million years. Right, we'll come out of that, and I've just unplugged the battery. The dead battery, but that's all these features I'm showing you is on every single one, obviously. And then you can go into your next menu, your system settings. We'll just enter that. Safety timer, what's the maximum the charger will be allowed to be on before it automatically shuts itself off. I've just got 2 hours. And never ever leave a battery charger while charging alone. Don't put it on and bugger off into the next room or leave the house or anything. But these are just some of the features. You got your cut off, the maximum. I'll just set it to 5,000 milliamps. Temperature, which means if it reaches certain temperatures, it'll cut off. All this information though is in the instructions if you got one. Your units. Alright, you basically read that yourself. Sensitivities on your batteries. This is because when this comes, it beeps every time you press a key, so I've got that turned off. The buzzer beep is once the battery is fully charged, then the buzzer will beep, so you want that on. You've got your balance charge, you want the balance on, obviously. Right, I'm just jumping in here because I'm just sat watching my video back right before posting it and realised I just made a mistake. What you're looking at there where I said balance connection on, where it says balance connection on, right, that's now to do with your balance charging. What that is, some batteries don't have a balance lead, right? So on this part you can actually turn the balance connection off, so you can just plug your battery straight in and still charge it. Okay, it's not to do with balance charging. It's just a case of some batteries, right, don't have a balance lead. Right, so in that case you would turn this off, just plug in the XT30, 60, Deans, whatever, and just charge the battery without the balance lead. But after you've done that, right, don't forget to turn this back on again. Right, unless all your batteries don't have a balance lead. My mistake. And back to the rest of the video. You can go, oh, that's where you would set your watts, so I could change C to a different wattage. Right, but as I said, leaving them all on 50 seems to do fine for everything. Load factory settings if you screw up. The version and the safety timer back again. So stop button takes you right back to the beginning again where the settings, press again. Battery memory, that's where you can actually store memories. I haven't done one on there. Right, and then you're back to LiPo. If I just go up to number 1, because I've already stored a memory on that, so what I would do there is I could, well, straight away I could press the start button, and straight away battery on port A, it's jumped to 2.5 amps, 7.4 volts, 2S, which is as I said to you, which is what I use for charging up my goggle battery, and that's why I stored that in the memory. And all I do now is plug in my goggle battery, press start, and we're off. Right, but you can store, I can't get my words out. The memory function is huge. Right, you can store a lot of batteries. Now there's not a lot more. Oh, I will tell you, down here, you can't see, I'm pointing in thin air, zoom out again. Down here I actually put a little extension. There's a USB put, you still can't see. There you go. Down here there's a USB port so you could plug your phone in while charging. Next to it there's a USB port, right, because you can run this off your computer. You don't have to press any of them buttons, right? This is just an extension because plugging the USB cable in is a bit tight, so I've just put this extension in here, right, so I can get my cable in easier. And what you do is you basically plug it into your computer. There's a little bit of software you have to, that keeps, I've got the light set to time out for, so, well, basically so it's not on constantly. Yeah, you plug it into your computer, your laptop, whatever. There's a little bit of software, but all that information is actually in the instructions. And you can run everything off your computer. And you can actually watch a graph, alright, of your battery charging, and it'll give all the amps, the voltage, the milliamp. It'll give all the information as your batteries are charging. And you can turn them on and off via your computer, via the app. Right, and it's really handy, right, because I've used it a few times, right, but if I set this charger up, say, on the other side of the room, turn it all on, then I can just turn the computer on, right, and you can have your computer, you can minimize the box and you can basically watch YouTube and watch your batteries charging all at the same time. It's one of them functions which you think to yourself, well, I'm never going to use that. I'll just press the bloody button if I want to if I want to turn it on and off. Because you plug in your batteries, you just connect your batteries up and walk away, then sit on your computer, then you do all your settings, your cells, your amps, your everything on your computer, then even turn it on, start charging on your computer, and then stop charging on your computer. But like I said, you can check your battery. You'll see like an indicator graph, right, and it gives you loads of information. It's very handy. It's one of them things you don't think you're going to use, and then you start to use it, right? But yeah, so that's it. I can't really think much more to tell you. The good thing is you could, if you don't like balance charging, I know a lot of people don't like to use a balance charger, right, but you could charge 4 batteries at once, right, because you've got your 4 ports, so just charge 4 batteries at once and then charge another 4 or whatever if you don't want to use a balance charger. But everything's there, and like I said, it's very quiet. I've only heard the fan a couple of times, right, but you hear it every time you turn it on. The fan will pop on. Right, I'll turn it off now. I do like the power switch at the back, so in theory, okay, I've got this in a case, but in theory you could have this set up in the corner of your room, right, plugged into your computer, but you could leave it plugged in, right, and even turned on, alright, at the wall in theory, and when you need to use it, you've just got a little switch at the back, which is nice. I mentioned, did I? Yes, about the external battery port at the back, so you can plug in a big honking battery and take this to the field. And I believe that's everything. But as I said at the beginning, I used Thunder Power for a long time, and I was really happy with my Thunder Power charger. But I wanted a change. I felt like a change, and I've never looked back from getting this. I've been super happy with it. I've used it now for a couple of months, messing about with the functions and stuff. That resistance checker that you saw where it went to 109 on my battery, it's a real good thing for checking your batteries. I've used that a lot. I've been using it on loads and loads of batteries.
But the battery meter, you just plug in your LiPo checker, because that's all it is. It's a bloody LiPo checker. But yeah, so it's a great little charger, not too badly priced for what you get. You're thinking you're getting 4 chargers in one here, so you can't moan about the price. Plus you can run it off your computer, set it all up, do everything. And yeah, so there you go. I'll leave it there. Link in the description if you're interested. No, it's not an affiliate link. I'm not getting paid for this. I was asked to do this. Okay then, pilots and ground crew. Hope you enjoyed, and cheers.